The new second generation Nvidia Shield is one of the most powerful streaming set-top boxes you can plug into your TV. It handles 4K and HDR video streaming, and you can play most Android video games on it too. But unlike any other streaming set-top box out there, this plays full-fledged AAA video games, the exact sort that you'd find on a console or a gaming PC. The $200 Shield, which isn't much bigger than my wallet, is powered by Nvidia's Tegra X1 chip and 3 GB of RAM. There's also just 16 GB of local storage and no microSD card slot. But high-end gaming largely won't rely on the Shield's processing power or storage space. Instead, the work is done in the cloud thanks to Nvidia's GeForce Now streaming service, which comes at a cost of $8 a month. With the cloud handling most of the heavy lifting, I don't see much reason to opt for the Shield Pro, which is $300 and basically the same as the base model, but you get 500 GB of storage. In my testing, I found that streaming games on GeForce Now worked remarkably well as long as you have a home internet connection of about 100 megabits per second.
Oh, God.
I rarely experienced stuttering or lag during gameplay, and games were in sync with my button and trigger pressing on the Shield's gamepad. Let's talk about the controller. I find its polygonal looks to be ugly, but it's surprisingly comfortable to hold on to, and it has a good weight to it. The D-pad is stiff, making the smooth joysticks a better option in every case. One gripe, some games think you're playing on a PC and give you directions for keyboard-based gameplay rather than a gamepad. Another frustration, while streaming games using the GeForce Now service is technically impressive, you'll rarely find a newly released game here. Most of what's available to play for free is old, like 2009's Borderlands or the 2013 reboot of Tomb Raider. Those games are great, but they're outdated. The newest game I spotted was No Man's Sky, which came out in 2016. When you do see newer games like that, they sell for about $60, which is the same price as on a console or PC. Nvidia wants to turn the Shield into a smart home hub too. Later this year, Nvidia will sell a small microphone called the Spot, which will connect to the Shield and use the Google Assistant to let you control internet-connected lights like the Philips Hue, Wi-Fi streaming speakers, and other smart home devices like everything Nest makes. I wasn't able to test out the smart home features because they're not available yet, but voice search does have some cool tricks. When do the Lakers play next?
Los Angeles Lakers are facing Minnesota Timberwolves tomorrow at 7:30 p.m.
What's the weather like today?
Today's forecast for Petaluma is 60 degrees and partly cloudy.
If you have a gaming PC that has a newer Nvidia graphics card, you can stream games from your PC to your TV using the Shield, which makes this device a no-brainer for Nvidia fans. If you're a die-hard Android fan, there's no Android TV box that's more powerful than this. And when it comes to gaming, you'll definitely get more bang for your buck here than with an Apple TV, which also sells for $200. But for people who both want to play the latest video games and watch shows on Amazon, Netflix, or Hulu, spending the extra $50 to $100 on a PlayStation or Xbox, both of which can play back HDR video and video games, is worth the extra cash. I'm Nathan Olivarez-Giles, and you can find me on the new Screensavers on Saturdays and other shows on the TWiT network.